So I don't remember when it was, but a few months ago, I learned that what we put in our bodies, the food that we eat, actually affects our gene expression. So what genes in our body get turned on and off. Of course, everyone has their own genetic code, right? Everybody has their own set of genes, and we can't beat our genetics. We can only make the most of our genetics. But a lot of people don't realize the things that we put in our body do affect the way that our body makes material. It affects our genes, the way that our genes express themselves. So, first, I talked about this in other videos, but the 10, you can look it up on foodmatters.tv. I think it talks about the 10 additives that are in a lot of our foods that you should avoid. That's a really good resource. But so that's sort of the whole foods route. I wasn't a big supporter of macronutrients because I think that it gets abused a lot, right? So, ranch dressing becomes a fat, right? Mayonnaise is all right. I still have mayonnaise every once in a while, but still, I feel like people get in a lot of they cheat a lot, right? Coconut is one of the best fats you can get in, chia seeds, stuff like that. But a lot of people don't like to eat that stuff, so they count their fat as whatever they happen, bacon grease or whatever they happen to have that day. So I wasn't a big supporter of macronutrients because I think it gets abused a lot. But I've also I just did some research, and actually people with higher percentages of carbohydrates run the risk of inflammation. So inflammation in the joints, such as like arthritis and things like that. Also, inflammation in the body leads to things like higher blood pressure. Inflammation in the body can lead to things like cancer. The body responds in a way that destroys that inflammation. It opens up your pores a little bit more. Your face flushes a little bit more red. You put on a little bit of weight. So basically what it's saying is that we should decrease our carbohydrate intake. Now, it's not saying that high carb diets are right. It's not saying that low carb diets are right either. But I think it recommended this article that I read. Maybe I'll post a link of this article. But it talked about how if we decrease our carbohydrate intake from, I think the recommendation is like 65% to 40%, and try to get an equal amount of protein and an equal amount of, so maybe like 30% protein, 30% fat, and 40%, or however you want to split it up and make it work. But basically, it encouraged us to decrease carbohydrate intake, which is something that I've actually heard a lot, especially with the popularity of the paleo diet and things like that that are even slow carb diet, things like that are becoming more popular. Also, I thought about the inflammatory response. I'm not sure if all carbohydrates have that effect. I like to think of the some complex carbs like sweet potatoes and things like that as good, but I guess if you get in too many, then maybe it can produce the same response. I'm not sure. I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm just trying to make sense of a lot of these things that I hear. I think of gluten because a lot of people talk about oats, like oatmeal in the morning, bread. A lot of these things that have become, part of our normal everyday diet. We think about the three staples of the American diet, which is like eggs, bread, and then milk, and how bread and milk now are becoming things that people are kind of like, you know what? I'm not sure that we should be drinking so much milk, and I'm not sure that we should be consuming so much whole wheat bread, even the best brands. So we know that produces an inflammatory response, and if you don't know that, make sure you check out any article on Google. You can Google it, find out what grains actually do. Do grains inflame? And you'll find out that the evidence definitely suggests that they do. So what I've done, the very small changes that I've made, for breakfast, I got away from eating so much cereal and eating as much oatmeal and that sort of thing. I don't eat that stuff anymore. I've been waking up, and today I actually had 4 eggs, I don't know how many ounces of chicken. I just kind of took some of the canned chicken and drained everything out and washed it and put a little bit in with my skillet. Threw in some half a can of spinach, Popeye spinach, and then some lentils, and I think that was it. Just kind of mixed it all up. So that's my inspiration to you. Change your breakfast first. One good strategy to changing your gene expression, right? Don't forget that the way that you eat will be reflected in your body, right? So we hear all the time, you are what you eat. That's all I got to say today, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my videos, make sure that you like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Both of the links should be below. If you have any more questions, please send them to tonydavidmoore@gmail.com or message me on Facebook, YouTube, Google+, whatever. Alright, thanks for watching my videos, guys, and stay tuned for more of Tony's tips.